In this video, I'm going to cover the most recent real estate statistics for Cedar Park, Texas. Also talk about what we're seeing now that we're a few weeks into the National Association of Realtors Commission settlement with our boots on the ground and our listings. The answer to the question, is it a good time for you to sell? And finally, what you should do if you become an accidental landlord. All right, let's get into the statistics. And for August of 2024, there were 202 active listings in Cedar Park. 86 homes are under contract, and there were 63 homes that sold in August of 2024 at an average price per square foot of $231. Average sales price was $585,731, and the median sales price was $570,000. Average days on the market is 61, and the highest priced home sold was $1,240,000. If you'd like to see more local information, subscribe to our channel and let me know what you think is going on in the real estate market. Do you like Tex-Mex? Do you like selling your house? Well, be sure to sign up for one of our upcoming free home selling seminars at Z Tejas and Avery Ranch. Your choice, either Thursday, September 26th at 5 p.m. or Saturday, October 5th at 10 a.m. Come to our seminar to find out all the information about the most recent National Association of Realtors Commission settlement, things that you should do to your home to prepare for sale, and things that are a waste of money, a timeline of a typical home sale, plus plenty of time for your questions. Sign up today at copaseminar.com. So we're a few weeks into the after effects of the National Association of Realtors Commission settlement, and this is what we're seeing so far. We're not really seeing any difference in the number of showings on our listings. We are seeing a ton of agents that are reaching out to me to find out if our sellers are paying any kind of buyer agent compensation to them. So that's a little bit new to get all of the barrage of texts and emails and phone calls. Although I will say that that's starting to trail off a little bit, and it seems like people are getting a little bit more used to the process and what's going on, and people are just setting up showings. And if you're a buyer, you really need to be working with somebody who's able to explain this to you and what it means. And of course, I always say this to buyers or anybody that, you know, the average real estate agent last year sold 1 to 2 homes. And so they're probably not up on all of this, and they're probably afraid to tell you about what's going on. But here's the short cliff notes from a buyer's standpoint. Traditionally, or it used to be where the seller was always paying the commission, but nowadays it could be either way. And I'm finding that more sellers are still willing to offer some kind of compensation. But you as the buyer were always paying for that within the sales price of the house. So you just need to be working with somebody and make your best offer, and include in any of that compensation, and then negotiate from there, just like anything else. And so if you're only, if you've hired a buyer's agent and they're only willing to show you the homes that are paying a 3% commission or something like that, you're really shortchanging yourself, because you might miss out on one of the great homes, right? So make sure that you're up to it. If you're a seller, we've shot another video that already explains what your options are as far as listing your home and paying any kind of compensation to a buyer's agent. Is it a good time to sell? This is a really common question that I get asked. And, I used to do a lot of complicated, give people a lot of complicated data, have long conversations with people about all of this kind of stuff. And then I finally realized that none of that matters. There's really only 2 things that matter if you're asking that question. The first is, what else could you do with your money, right? Because, think about all the people in 2022 who decided not to sell and rent because they thought it wasn't a good time to sell. Well, the stock market, even conservatively, is up 50% since the middle of 2022. So if they had sold their house, they would be so far ahead than if they had not sold their house and they still own it right now. So that might not have felt like it was a good time to sell, but there certainly was something better that they could have done with their money. And the second thing is what else could you do with your life? And so I got a lot of people who are still living in the house, and it's a husband and wife, and they've gotten divorced, but they're still living there because they're waiting for the right time to sell. Or maybe somebody that just is tired of where they're living and they want to move to a different place. And so, that's the other aspect of real estate that's not really financial that I can't definitely answer for you, that only you can find that answer within yourself. So again, doesn't matter what the charts say or any of that kind of stuff. It just matters what else could you do with your money and what else could you do with your life. Now, what should you do? Advice for accidental landlords. So an accidental landlord is somebody that may have gotten stuck trying to sell their house and they couldn't, or maybe they were afraid about the market conditions, decided that they were going to rent the house for a period of time until the market got better. And here's something that you're going to start to see. And if that's you, you really need to pay attention to this. One of the greatest tax benefits that you get is what's called the 2 in 5 capital gains exclusions. This means if you've lived in the house for 2 of the 5 years, you can qualify for up to $250,000 per person or $500,000 couple of capital gains. Well, what's going to happen to a lot of people as we get into 2025 is they're going to go over that 3-year time period, right? So 2 in 5 means that you can only rent it for 3 years. And you're really going to see a lot of people that are going to be forced to make a decision whether they keep renting the property or they put it on the market, because otherwise they've got this huge capital gains tax bill that they'll have to pay if they decide to sell the house in 2026 or 2027. So if you're an accidental landlord, you want to make sure that you pay attention to the tax rules around this, and make sure that if you want to sell your property, you get it on the market at the right time to sell it before you miss out on that exclusion. If you got any questions about that, be sure to reach out to me so that we can run through those dates with you and talk about what the best solution might be for your situation. Thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate your support. And remember, sign up for our next home selling seminar or reach out to me if we can help you make your home sale faster and easier.